Hello everyone, myself Dr. Sayanti Chatterjee, Assistant Professor of CSE AIML IoT and RAI of VJEC College, Hyderabad. Today I am going to teach the subject Advanced Machine Learning. So this is a new topic for the students, especially for the PG students. So what we will cover today? Today we will cover first what is the machine learning, what are the types of the machine learning, how machine learning derived, the real world application, and what are the pros and cons of machine learning. So this is nothing but a comprehensive overview before starting the subject. So before starting the about the machine learning, we will start with the artificial intelligence. Nowadays, this word AI is a big word in our current world. But what is AI or what is artificial intelligence? First, artificial intelligence is the simulation of human intelligence which processes by computer systems, including learning, including reasoning, and including the self corrections. So there are the four things under the AI. And what are the four things? The first one is the perception, that is the we are taking the input from our outer world through some sensors, through some data set. It may be in form of vision, video, it form in speech, it form of NLP language, it form the sensor data. Next one is the reasoning. So what is the thing behind it? Machine have to understand what is the behind intelligence is working. It may be the logical reasoning, it may be the problem solving reasoning, it may be the decision based reasoning, and based on the reasoning of the computer, there will be an autonomous responses. Automatically they will respond for this reasoning. So we can tell the AI has the three parts. One is the input, one is the reasoning, and another one is the autonomous. And why it is called artificial intelligence? It is same like the human being. When a baby is born, he don't know anything. We have to tell from the external environment. We have to teach them, we have to learn them, and they will give us the output. Same thing is the artificial intelligence. So when it is coming to the artificial intelligence, the back thing is coming. What is basically human learning? Human learning is the same process by which by every individual human being acquire their knowledge, their skills, behavior, and values through experience, study, and instructions. It is deeply rooted to the cognitional skill, emotion, and social reaction. So the key characteristics are basically the experience driven, next one is the feedback based, next one is the adaptive learning, generalization, and socialization. So how it works? So first, when there is a baby, he can learn everything by observing the environment. Then he listen the words and he learn the words. After that he started reading, started the experiencing the environment, the emotion, everything. This is the learning stage. After this is the cognitive processing. What is cognitive processing? They encode whatever he learns, and from the encoding he understands the pattern, which pattern it comes, and after that his memory is stored in the memory of the kid. After that, when he grown up, he can have the skills, he have the decision making, he has a generalized idea, and with the help of the feedback, that reinforcement, he start to think by its own behavior, its own skill. As the scientist, we are also trying to mimic the same thing in the AI. So this is the difference between the human learning and the AI. Now from the artificial intelligence, how the machine learning derived. AI is a superset, and machine learning is a subset. So what is AI? AI is nothing but the broad field. It is about the reasoning, about the planning, about the robotics, language processing, everything comes under AI. What is machine learning? Machine learning means it will learn from the data, from the input. The data may be tabular data, the data may be image data may be anything. The machine will learn, it will process, and it will give the input. So machine learning is nothing but a subset of AI. And what is deep learning? Deep learning is again a subset of the machine learning. If you see this is a big era, that artificial learning, then machine learning, and after that you come to the deep learning phase. Now what is the difference? The scope is that, as I told, it is very broad, it is very narrow. It is the pattern learning. Machine learning learns about the pattern and give the answer based on the pattern. Goal: to simulate the intelligence, to make intelligence like the human. It learns from the data, and according to that it starts to give the answer. Approach: it has some rules or some learning pattern. Like if we are going for the fuzzy logic, there are some rule based learning, some is the interpretation based learning, but ML has only the statistical algorithm. So as I told, we can, in one word we can tell, ML is a subset of AI, and AI is also a superset of ML. So now it comes in our life. What is a machine learning? According to the top Michel in the 1997, he gave the nice definition of machine learning. A computer is said to learn from experience E with respect to some class of task T and performance measure P. Its performance at task T as measured by P, and it is improved by the experience E. So from there we can derive the definition of the machine learning. What is machine learning? Machine learning is nothing but a subset of artificial intelligence focused on algorithms that can learn patterns from data, make the predictions of new and unseen data. This is an important word, prediction. Machine learning method is not giving the decision. Rather than it is better, it can give the prediction of the future. What are the key characteristics? Learns from data without any explicit programming. There is programming language may vary. Our main aim is to learn the machine. That it improves the accuracy with more experiences, makes decision or prediction autonomously based on the training, based on the pattern recognition. It can predict the data, and its core goal is the generalization. It will generalize from the different type of data set. So how the machine learning works? So the machine learning has a typical pipeline which they follows the 6 steps. So what is the step 1? Step 1 is called the data collection. So gathering the relevant high quality data. Now data may be in tabular form, data may be in the image form, or it may be in the voice, it may be the sound, it may be the any one form. The first one is the data collection. Next is the pre-processing of the data. So from the pre-processing, they will clean the data, they will check the duplicate data, clean the outlier, and they are creating a proper data to process. Next one is the model selection. Now it depends on the which model will be better for that type of machine learning, and here is the main work of the machine learning engineer. They will aptly use the machine learning algorithm to get the best output. Next one is the training, filling data to learn the patterns from the machine should be trained properly with the normal fitting data. It should not be underfit, it should not be overfit, so that it will go for a proper direction. Next is the evaluation. Everyone will check the data and check that if the machine is not learned with the data set, it is giving the correct answer or not. Next one is the deployment. It should try to deploy the data. So there are 3 types of machine learning. What are the 3 types of machine learning? Basically, first one is called the supervised learning. What is supervised learning? Supervised learning means it learns from the labeled data. Supervised means it is with the known data, where input output pairs are provided. For each input there is some output. So what is the main work? The main work of supervision is two types. One is called the classification, another one is called the regression. So what is the meaning of the classification? To check that one thing comes under which class. It may be order or numerical. And another one is the regression, the prediction. It may be again linear regression, it may be the polynomial regression, SBR. There are different type of regression methodology where we can use for a spam detection of anything, medical diagnosis, price prediction. So these are comes under the supervised learning, where we know the input, we know the output, we train the model with the known input and known output, then we are giving the another set of input and we are checking that output is there or not. Next is the unsupervised learning. So it discovers the hidden patterns. If we have some clustered data and we don't know the proper output, it discovers the hidden patterns of the unlabeled data. Data set are not properly labeled. It is giving the labeled data set without any guidance. So this is the main difference between the supervised. It works on the labeled data. For one input there would be one output, but this is for the unsupervised data. So what are the difference? It is the clustering. So if there are the many types data, first the model will cluster with the same group of data set, and from the cluster they will try to understand the what is the learning pattern, and after pattern recognition it will give the output. Another is the association. What is the meaning of the association? Like we know that one person wearing one apron and having one stethoscope, he is a doctor. Or give one more example, a person, if he buys bread, he will mostly buy either jam or butter. So this is some association rule. Based on this type of association rule, they are creating the new type of pattern, recognize the pattern, and from the pattern they are derive the prediction. And what is the example? Customer segmentation. As I told, if one person is buying a bread, he must buy the butter or jam. So this is the customer segmentation. Anomaly detection, any error is there, so we can detect it. Recommendation system, which is maximum used in our daily life, that if one person is searching one special type of things, maybe this person likes this and same type of ad will come. So it comes under the unsupervised learning. So third one is the reinforcement learning. Reinforcement learning is trial and error based on the rewards and penalties, or the machine will try to learn itself by the different type of feedback. So it depends on the reinforcement learning. So what are the things we can do with the decision making feedback or policy learning, how it is working? And what is the example? The example are the self-driving car, game playing using AI, robot control, etc. So what are the main difference between the supervised learning and unsupervised learning? As I told, the supervised learning has the labeled data where the correct output is known for each input. Unsupervised learning is the understand the pattern in the unlabeled data without any predefined output. So what are the key algorithm used in the supervised learning? Linear regression, logistic regression, polynomial regression, different type of regression technique, support vector machines, decision trees and random forest, which is maximum used, KNN or K nearest neighbor methods, neural network. These are the main algorithm used in the supervised learning. And nowadays neural network is coming in a very high level neural network. What are the application? Medical diagnosis, fall detection, spam filtering, stock price prediction, image classification. So there are a lot of example or application of the supervised learning. On the other side, what is unsupervised learning key algorithms? Clustering. K means clustering, hierarchical clustering, principal component analysis, or different type of component analysis to get the hidden patterns, auto encoder, a priori rules. What is the applications? Customer segmentation, anomaly detection, recommendation system, and data visualization, dimensionality reduction. These are comes under the unsupervised learning. Third one is the reinforcement learning, where there is an agent. Agent is learns to behave in an environment by performing the actions and receiving the rewards. It may be positive reward or it may be the negative reward or penalties. Based on the feedback, it will try to understand the pattern, the environment, and from the environment it is turns to improve its policy and maximize the cumulative reward over time so that it can learn from there. What are the key applications? Self-driving car, robotics, game playing AI, all are comes under the reinforcement learning. So if we ask for this quick comparison, there are the data type for supervised labeled data, unlabeled data, and reinforcement is the no predefined data set. Then what is the goal? Predict the outcome, discover the pattern, and its main goal is the maximize its rewards so that it can go for a self-learning environment. The supervision is the external supervision. The machine learning engineer has to check every time. For unsupervised, no supervision is understand based on the pattern it will give the output. What is the reinforcement learning? It depends on the feedback. What is the example? Fraud detection, customer segmentation, and self-learning. Now, how the machine learning generated? In 1943, first neural network was created. 1949-50, Alan Turing proposes the Turing test for machine intelligence to check how the machine is intelligent through a chess playing. Then first self-learning checkers program has been started in 1952. 1956, 1986, the back propagation has been started using the machine learning. 1997, IBM's Deep Blue defeats the chess champion Gary Kasparov for the play. So it becomes more intelligent. Gary Kasparov is known as the human machine. So he is IBM's Deep Blue has defeated him. Next one is the deep learning has introduced in the year of 2016. 2022 the ChatGPT launches and a new start has been started. New era has been started. Nowadays AI has been used in the everywhere in the 2026. So what are the real world application? First, very huge application in the healthcare, and a lot of research is going on for the disease diagnosis, cancer treatment, and the medical image, drug discovery, personalized treatment, and recommendation. So finance in the fraud detection, algorithmic trading, credit scoring, risk assessment. The finance also we are using the prediction, especially the different type of regression model. Next is the autonomous cars, self-driving cars using the object detection, yellow V8, path prediction, real-time decision making, all are based on the RL. In the e-commerce, you can find the recommendation engine, customer segmentation, dynamic pricing, demand forecasting. From all the e-commerce, from Amazon to Flipkart, everyone is using the machine learning for the real world program. Natural language processing, all the chatbots, ChatGPT, Gemini, all are using the NLP, and it is the language translation, sentence sentiment analysis, text summarization, all are doing from the NLP. Manufacturing, predictive the maintenance, when a machine needs the maintenance, quality control from civil, mechanical, electrical, every phase of manufacturing unit, every phase of core engineering. Nowadays machine learning is one of the part of their daily life. Netflix uses ML to, this is a case study, Netflix uses ML to influence 80% what subscriber watch. So when you are watching the Netflix continuously, they are finding what type of content you are watching, and they are giving more that type of content. ChatGPT reached to 100M in just 2 months. Nowadays for the small suggestions also we are checking the ChatGPT. So what are the pros of the or advantage of the machine learning? It is improves over time. It increases the accuracy of the system with the more data set. The complex data system becomes automate. It reduces the human error. It handles the massive data set which is beyond the human capacity. Lots and lots of data is working in a very fast. Discover the hidden patterns using the unsupervised learning and finds a human miss. If human can miss any pattern, but unsupervised learning can find this dataset very fast. It enables the personalizations at a scale of millions. For Facebook, if you check the Facebook or Instagram, whatever the data you are watching, they are giving the same type of reel, same type of ads to you. So this is the personalized machine learning, and it can work 24/7 without any fatigue. But nothing is without the disadvantage. Machine learning has some disadvantage too. It requires a huge data to give the better accuracy. Again, if your data set is too much of the same pattern, it shows the overfit problem. This is the high computational cost. CPUs and clouds are very costly. So we are using the GPU, which is costly to process the data. Next, the black box problem. Sometimes we don't understand they are giving the correct answer or not. This is have the transparency problem. Risk of bias, which is called the sometimes, especially that it is gives the biased input leads to the biased outputs. Sometimes if you are giving the ChatGPT, it starts to hallucinate. This is a biased problem. Next is the big problem in nowadays world. The automation threatens some roles. It is just creating some problem in the job displacement. It needs a continuous monitoring. But nowadays machine learning is becoming day by day more powerful, transforming every industry. Its challenges lies in responsible development, building an ethical ML. Our main aim is it should be the ethical to the society. And this is the first of my machine learning. Thank you.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe VNR Digital Learning Resource YouTube channel.